Listen and practice.
I love singing and I love books, so I'm very happy. My weekends are very exciting, but I enjoy my weekdays too. I'm lucky. I live near the bookstore, and I don't start work until 10 o'clock a.m. every morning. I get up at 8 o'clock, make breakfast, and watch the news on TV. Then, I walk to work. I'm very busy all day. I help people find the books they want. At lunchtime, I get a sandwich from the deli and I often go to the gym. I usually finish work at 5:30 p.m. But on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, I work very late, until 10:30. I never cook after work. I'm too tired. I sometimes like going to the little restaurant near my apartment. Saturday mornings, I go shopping and clean my apartment. I don't eat dinner on Saturday and Sunday evenings because I'm too excited. I like singing, but I'm always nervous before the show.
Lucy Parsons is 32 years old and lives in Manhattan. From Monday to Friday, she works at a bookstore in New York. Sometimes, she stays at work until 10:30 at night, but Lucy doesn't relax on weekends. On weekends, she has another job. She is a singer. On Saturday afternoons, she practices with her band, and on Saturday and Sunday nights, she goes to nightclubs and sings. She has no free time, but she loves her life.
I come from a small town in Minnesota, but I live in Hollywood now, and is very different. In my hometown, people are very friendly. They walk down the street and they speak to you. They say, "Hi there, and how are you?" Here in Hollywood, people don't walk. They drive everywhere. I live in this big house in Santa Monica, and sometimes I don't see anyone all day.
Pamela is a doctor. She's Canadian, but now she lives in a small town near Nairobi, Kenya, in East Africa. She isn't an ordinary doctor. She's a flying doctor. Every day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., she speaks to people on her radio, then she flies to help them. She works 16 hours a day nonstop, but she loves her job. She isn't married. She has no free time. I live with my mother and my father and my 2 brothers. They are called Owen and David. Owen is 20 and he's at university. David is 16 and he's at school, like me. I have 2 grandmothers and 1 grandfather. My other grandfather is dead. I have 1 uncle and 1 aunt. My Aunt Janet is my mother's sister. They have 2 daughters. Rosa is 10 and Gemma is 14. Like me, they are my cousins.
I'm a carpenter. I work 8 hours a day, from Monday to Friday. I get up around 6 a.m. and I work from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. I get home pretty early, about 4 p.m. I go to bed at 1 o'clock.
I volunteer 3 times a week after school. I go to an elementary school in an underdeveloped neighborhood and help students with their homework. They don't have private tutors, and their parents are usually busy working. The kids look up to me and ask me for advice. I try to set a good example and I encourage them to study hard.
It's true that I didn't work very hard, and that's why my grades were so bad. But I've changed right now. I'm working on 2 papers, and I know I'm doing a good job. And I had a big test last week, and do you know how long I studied? 6 hours a day for 3 days. Really? Believe me? This time, I'm going to get all A's. Don't worry.
I'm a flight attendant. Many people think it's a boring job, but I love it. I get to travel all over the world, and I meet lots of interesting people. I like that the job is pretty easy, really. We don't work non-stop for the whole flight. We have plenty of time to sit down and take a break on long flights, and we can even take a nap. Also, the money is very good because all our expenses are paid when we're working. Your brain. Do you know how you read these words? Your brain tells you what your eyes see. Your brain tells you what you see, hear, and touch. It tells your muscles when to move. It helps you to write, speak, draw, and do puzzles. Your brain is amazing. Your brain works all day and at night when you sleep. At night it makes you breathe, and it makes your heart work. At night, your brain helps you to remember things that you learned during the day. Protect your brain. Wear a helmet when you ride a bicycle.
Water is all around us. We have liquid water in rivers and oceans. We have frozen water in ice and glaciers, and we have water vapor in clouds and steam. Water is very important. About 70% of the earth is covered with water. Most of the water is in the oceans. There are 5 oceans: the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. It's 156 million square kilometers. It's about 15 times bigger than the USA. There are also many seas on Earth. The largest sea is the South China Sea. It's 3 million square kilometers. One of the smallest seas is the Marmara Sea. It's only about 11,000 square kilometers. All the water in the oceans and seas is salt water. The Dead Sea is about 30 salts. It's the saltiest sea on Earth. It's so salty. You can float in it.